Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a look using a lot of affordable drugstore products that I recently purchased. I'm super excited to show you guys these products. So if you're new here, please subscribe. I do beauty, I do vlogs. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you here. So let's go ahead and get started with these affordable products. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and put primer on. I do have skincare on. So for primer, I'm going to go in with this Hard Candy Collagen Primer. I have really loved this primer here lately. I've been using it like non-stop, and so I want to go ahead and use it for you guys today. Now I forgot to mention this in my monthly favorites because I have been using this like crazy. I really have. So yeah, so that's why I want to use it now and tell you guys that I have been loving it. I just forgot to mention it. So let me put this all over. So for my pores, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I just got out of the shower and my hair is like super frizzy. I plan on straightening it today though. All right, so I didn't buy a new eye primer just yet, but I do have this Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. I love this primer. It's a really good primer for the eyes and it's very, very affordable. If you guys have been watching my channel, you guys know that I had an eye infection. It was really, really bad. I had to throw away my eye primers, concealers, mascaras, anything that was more like in a liquid form. I did have to throw away. So I was really bummed out about that, but it is what it is. I got a really bad eye infection and it went all the way down to my cheek area. So it was pretty bad. So it was really sad that I had to throw away a bunch of my products, but you know what? It can all be replaced. I don't want to get another eye infection. So I'm really on the hunt for some new eye primers, new concealers, and new mascaras. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl eyeshadow palette in Hey Hey Vacay. I do love the shades in this palette. It's so, so pretty. Super, super summery. I also want to try this LA Girl Neons palette. So I'm going to use both of them. I'm just going to use a little bit from each. Now I have tried the other LA Girl palette, the one that I got when I purchased this one. I can't think of the name, but I'll list it right here. And I do love that one. That one is so pretty on the eyes, but these are the shades from the Neon palette. And I definitely want to use some of these shades today. I'll probably do like a blue look because I do have this like blue t-shirt on. The first thing I want to use is this Hard Candy Prism Play Eye Stick. I did purchase this and show you guys in one of my beauty hauls here on my channel, and I showed you that I purchased this at Walmart. It's basically just a cream stick formula. So I'm going to use this all over my eyelid. You can use this on its own. Today I'm going to use it more like a base, but you can definitely use this on its own. And I'm just going to take a brush and try to, oh, okay. The brush is taking off the product. That's not good. And now the product doesn't want to go on as well. Maybe because I put the primer down. Let me use my finger. Same thing with my finger. It's coming off. Okay, I put it on the back of my hand and then I rubbed it and it just thins out, guys. It's just not a good formula. So what I'm going to do is take this off because I don't want to go in with this after all. I'm going to put the Wet n Wild primer back on my eyelid and then we'll come back and just do eyeshadow. I went ahead and put that eye primer on. Let's go ahead and get started with this eyeshadow palette. I think what I'm going to do is start with the Hey Hey Vacay palette. I'm going to set that primer with this shade right here. That shade is actually called SPF. And I'm just going to put that all over the lids. Then I'm going to go in with that same brush. This is actually a Morphe M441. I'm going to go into this shade Sandals right here. And that's like a light peach shade. I'm going to put that in and above the crease. It's a lot less pigmented than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. I thought it was going to be more pigmented than that. So I'm going to go with the MAC 217 and I'm going to go into this shade right here. This one's actually called Tan Lines and I'm going to put that in the crease. This one's not as pigmented either, which kind of bothers me because the other palette was just fine. This one's just not pulling out as much pigment as I thought it would. So I'm going to try the Neon palette and there aren't any shade names on here. I'm going to take that same MAC 217 brush and I'm going to go in with the blue shade here. Now I purchased this palette and it was on sale and I think it was really, really cheap. and I'm just putting that in the crease. And I'm not putting a lot on my brush initially. I'm just kind of placing it on the eye and then blending it out because I don't want it to start off too harsh. You know, I just want to kind of build it up. I'm going to add a little bit more to deepen the shade. And I am getting quite a bit of fallout with this, but it's a really pretty blue. Again, it's not as dark as it looks in the pan, but it's still a really beautiful blue. Now I'm going to take this Colourpop E24 brush. I want to go into this blue shade right here. It's a lighter blue. And I'm just going to place this on the lid. I'm just packing the color on because I feel like when I pull it and I rub, it just kind of breaks up. It looks splotchy. So I'm just packing that shade on the lid. So I'm gonna leave it like that. So far, I'm not really loving this eye look, but we're gonna work with it. I'm actually gonna blend out the edges so everything just kind of blends in together. It's nice and blue, but just not loving it, you know what I mean? I did buy these Colourpop Super Shock shadows, and this is what they look like. So I think I'm gonna go in with the blue, only because I wanna stick with like the blue theme. I probably should go in with the green, but let me just test them out. I haven't touched these, but this is it right here. This one's called Coconut. So let me swatch Coconut. It's pretty shade. That's Coconut right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and swatch Sure Thing. Sure Thing obviously is very sea green, and it's not as deep as Coconut, but it's still really pretty. I think I'm gonna go in with Sure Thing instead of Coconut. I'm just gonna pat it on the lid. That's really pretty. I think I'm gonna go in with the Coconut, and I'm gonna use a brush, that MAC 217 brush, and I'm just gonna deepen up that outer corner because I'm still not loving that blue. I'm just putting it on the outer corner. I'm not going into the crease with it. Then I'm gonna take that brush and just kind of smooth everything out. All right, guys, so there was a lot of fallout from the first two palettes. I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe it away. I'm gonna go off camera, I'm gonna do my brows, and then we'll come back and do foundation. All right, guys, so I'm super excited to show you this new foundation that I picked up. This is from UOMA Beauty, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Is it UOMA or OMA? It says UOMA Beauty by Sharon C, and UOMA Beauty is actually sold at Nordstrom, and it's also sold at Ulta, and that is their more expensive version of their makeup line, and this one is more of an affordable version of their makeup line. So I did pick up two foundations. I don't know which one's gonna match me. I picked up the Honey Honey T2 and the Honey Honey T3. All right, like I said, I purchased this foundation at Walmart. It comes in a glass bottle and a plastic top, of course, with a pump. There's actually 1 fluid ounce of product in each bottle. So we're gonna go ahead and try both of these because, like I said, I don't know what shade is gonna fit me. So this shade right here is T2 and this one's T3. Now T3 looks like it has a lot of peach in it, and T2 has more of a yellow tone. So I think what I'm gonna do is go in with the T2. I think that's gonna be a better shade for me. Okay, so I'm gonna put just a little bit on one side, which is like half a pump, I think, that I used for one side. I'm gonna use a brush on this side. I don't know, guys, this one looks like really yellow. Maybe I'll mix the two and see what I get. It looks like super yellow. Okay, with a brush, just this one side, it does cover nicely. I wouldn't say it's full coverage. I don't know that it claims to be full coverage. Yeah, I'm not sure if it claims to be full coverage. So it looks really nice, looks very smooth, but what I wanna do is go ahead and mix a little bit of the peach one. It looks a little peach, but it might work with this. I'm gonna put a little bit of that one on just to see if I can build it up. I'm gonna take my brush. I don't know if adding the peach helped it, but it looks a little bit better. I know the color is not my shade, but we're just gonna go ahead and go for it today because I do wanna try this foundation out. It's already late in the afternoon. It's literally 4:16 right now when I'm putting on the foundation. So I'm just gonna wear it for as long as I can. I will test it out later, like at another time. So So that looks a lot nicer. That second coat looks really pretty. It doesn't look heavy or anything. Again, it doesn't cover up my melasma, but that's okay. It still looks really beautiful on the skin so far. So on this side, I'm just gonna go ahead and mix the two on my little palette here. So I'm gonna use my e.l.f. sponge to press that into the skin. Foundation, serum, moisturizer, or beauty balm. It's all the above. Available in 30 shades with 6 custom formulations. Lightweight, buildable, velvety foundation. It has a blurring effect that diminishes pores and fine lines. It says it's for all skin types as well. Okay, so with the sponge, it looks like I got a lot lighter coverage with the sponge than with the brush. So the brush gives a little bit fuller coverage than the sponge does. So I do like the brush better. So I'm gonna go in with the brush with the rest of the product. I'm gonna bring it down here a little bit. This is what the foundation looks like. It does look really nice and beautiful on the skin. It does have a slight glow to it, if you guys can see. It's really pretty on the skin. Looks very kind of like naturally glowy. So that looks really nice. I'm definitely gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape because it's not a very full coverage foundation. I would say it's like a high medium coverage, but it's not like super full coverage. And I'm just gonna take my sponge and just gently press that Tarte Shape Tape into the skin. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go in with a contour type product. This is the One While contour stick. I did get 2 of these. So I got the shade Where's Walnut, and then I got the shade Call Me Maple. So one of them is a little bit warmer than the other, as you can see. I am gonna use this to actually bronze up the skin. And I have used this product before, guys, in the past, and I really did love it. I don't know what I did with the product. I must have like thrown it away or given it away. So I went ahead and purchased it again. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna use to actually bronze up the face, and then I'll go in with powder bronzer after I powder my skin. So let me take off the plastic. All right, so this is Call Me Maple and this is Where's Walnut. And I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Where's Walnut, and if it's just too much, then I'll go over it with the Call Me Maple. The reason why I'm gonna go in with the Where's Walnut, because I do like a little bit darker warmed contour, and it's really not a contour, it's just to bronze up my skin. I keep saying contour, but I don't mean that. I mean like to bronze up my skin. So I'm going to just place this on my cheeks and then my forehead, underneath my chin. I'm going to take this e.l.f. brush and I'm just going to blend that into the skin. I do like that shade a lot. What I'm gonna do is go in with Call Me Maple and put some just on the top. So like I said, I just want this to be more of a bronzy look. It's evident that this one is way warmer. All right, so the brush took off some of the product, so I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more of Call Me Maple right on top of that walnut one. And I'm gonna use my sponge instead of a brush, to press that into the skin. Yeah, see, the sponge does not take off my foundation. It's probably better to use a sponge with this product. It's very, very creamy. So yeah, so that wasn't a new product that I picked up. I've used it before, but I do like it. I'm gonna go ahead and powder my skin, and I'm using the Chilling Wonder powder. This is the one by Hard Candy. It's a hydrating powder. Love this powder, so good. Oh, actually, before I do that, I need to do concealer. So I'm gonna go in with the Instant Age Rewind Concealer Eraser, and this is in shade medium. Now, this is a concealer that I recently purchased because I had to throw the other one away. So I have repurchased this concealer, but this is the only one that I've repurchased so far from the drugstore. Usually with my concealers, I go here and here, but this one, it's so like lightweight and it's very full coverage that I feel like I don't have to just do right here and here. Sometimes with the other ones, the product comes out way too much, so I do have to just dab it like in 2 spots, but this one is very lightweight, so I really do like that. I'm just gonna take my sponge and press that into my under eye. Now we're gonna go in with powder. I was jumping the gun way too quickly. I am gonna set my powder with this Ofra banana powder. I haven't used this in a while. This one is not a real affordable brand, but I'm just gonna use it to set that under eye. And then for my face, I'm gonna go in with that hydrating powder by Hard Candy. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the Essence Matte Bronzing Palette. I'm gonna use these two shades here. I recently used this in one of my videos using affordable products under $10, and I have been loving it ever since I pulled it out again. So I had to use it today. All right, so I have this new blush by Colourpop. I picked it up when I picked up those Super Shock shadows from Ulta. This is what it looks like on the outside. Really cute packaging. And then here's the shade. It's a beautiful like peachy tone shade. I can't remember if I've ever used a Colourpop blush before. I probably have used the ones that are like the Super Shock shadows, the ones that come in the little round white container. I have used those, but I haven't used one of these pressed ones before. That's a really pretty blush. I do like that. So another product that I recently used in one of my videos was this CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Powder. This one's in the shade Creamy Natural. This is what it looks like. I would say this is comparable to my Bare Minerals Well Rested. That's hard to say. So I've really been loving it since I used it in that video. I just love the way it highlights my under eyes right here. I don't put it all the way up. I just kind of put it right there between the cheek and the under eye. And I just love that. Doesn't it look really nice and bright? And then I'll also put some on my nose and my forehead. Kind of just highlight those areas there. Such a beautiful powder. I've really been loving my LA Girl lip liners. So I'm going to go in with this one called Gingerbread. This is from their Shockwave line. So for lips, I'm going to go in with this MAC Superstay Ink in Diver. I love these Superstay Ink matte lipsticks. They honestly don't go anywhere and they feel very comfortable on the lips as well. So I'm going to go in with a lip gloss from Essence. I love these Shine 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 lip glosses. And I think when I purchased these, they were on sale. So I purchased 2 more, but I went ahead and purchased Bright On. And I think I'm going to use No Brainer today. I think No Brainer is going to go well with this lipstick. See how glossy these are? They're so, so pretty. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do is curl my eyelashes. I do have a mascara that I wanna show you guys. I'm not gonna go in with falsies today because of my eye infection. I don't have the infection anymore, but I'm just kind of waiting a little while before I actually go in with falsies and glue and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna use mascara today, and I'm probably just gonna use it on my top lashes instead of putting it on my bottom. And what I like to do is I like to go ahead and curl my lashes. And then what I like to do is after I put mascara on, I like to go ahead and go with the lash curler again. Now you have to be careful because if you go in with this on top of product, you want to make sure you clean it after each use because you don't want your lashes to get stuck on that product later and then your lashes like pop off of your lids. So now I want to show you this UOMA mascara. This is called Level Up. This is a mascara that was on display with that foundation. So this is what the wand looks like. It kind of looks like it's a little twisted. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. Wow, I like that. Wow, for first coat, look how good these lashes look. It looks so nice. All right, so I'm gonna go in with a second coat. All right, guys, so I did finish putting on that second coat, and then I went back with my eyelash curler once it was dried and I curled my lashes again. So that's why they're a little bit more lifted, but I really do love this mascara, guys. I'm loving the way that it lengthened my lashes. I love how full it made my lashes. I mean, it really did a good job of like making them look like they are there because I really don't have a lot of lashes to begin with. So it was really nice to see that this performed really well with the lashes that I do have. So really do love this product. Again, it's the Level Up mascara by UOMA. So let's talk about the LA Girl palettes. I've got this one and Hey Hey Vacay and also the neon one. I will say that I did not like the formula of the neon one. It didn't work as well as I thought it was gonna work. It didn't provide enough pigmentation with those bright shades. And then the Hey Hey Vacay also did not give me like any real pigmentation. It just didn't perform like I wanted it to. And it didn't perform like this one, which is the, oh my gosh, it's not Hey Hey Vacay. I just realized that. What is this one? Oh heck, what are they called? Okay guys, I've been calling it Hey Hey Vacay. And this is Good Times and Tan Lines, the one I used today. And the one that I really do like is under the palms. This one works way better than this one. So I wasn't really impressed with this palette, nor was I impressed with the Neons palette. Now I am gonna try some other shades in this palette, but like I said, these two shades that I tried, those should be at least a little bit more pigmented, and they weren't. I'll give this one another shot, and this one I'm just gonna keep anyway. So this one I'm just gonna have to keep playing with, and if it doesn't work out for me, then I'm definitely gonna take it back. As far as the Colourpop blush, this blush is gorgeous on the skin. I do love the way it applied. I think it looks really beautiful. I love the shade of this. This is like a beautiful like summer shade. So yeah, this is a really good product. Like I said, I hadn't tried the pressed blushes, but this one is really good. So the Super Shock shadows that I got, I did like this one more than I like this one. When I applied this one on the corners, it just didn't come off as well. Now I think if I use this with my finger, it's gonna look a lot better. But so far this one works really well on the eye. It looks beautiful on the eye. I applied it with my finger. It looks gorgeous. So really do love this shade. I just need to work with this one a little bit better. And then for these are not new, but I'm glad I picked them up. I do really like how creamy these are, how blendable they are, and they are pigmented for a really, really good price. Of course, these aren't new either. These are the Essence Shine 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 lip glosses. Love these guys. If you are looking for a really good lip gloss that stays glossy and not sticky, these are definitely worth a try, and the price is like perfect for these. So let's talk about the foundation. I did look up the UOMA by Sharon C on Google. It says that it's not a matte foundation, that it has a radiant finish, a sheer coverage, which explains why it didn't look really full coverage when I put it on. But it says it isn't like a skin tint because the owner wanted something that was lightweight but still covered up scars, hyperpigmentation, or any other discoloration. It's like a BB cream, but it packs a punch. You can build it up and get some good coverage from it, which I truly believe that you can. I can't find where it says that it might be long lasting or transfer proof or anything like that. So I can't really find like super detailed information on this foundation. If I do, I will list it down below, but I will say that guys, this foundation feels really good on the skin and it looks really good on the skin. Again, I put this on at $4.19. I think it looks simply gorgeous. It doesn't accentuate my pores or my fine lines. It looks really pretty. It hasn't even creased here on the sides, which I thought it was going to start creasing here. But it hasn't creased or anything. It looks really, really pretty on the skin. So I will have to test the longevity of this foundation, but when I do, I will list it down below, give you some information on that in the description box. But so far, this foundation looks really good, feels really lightweight. You can build it up. I wouldn't say to a high coverage, maybe to a medium high coverage, but even so, you can cover up with like concealer. I use my Tarte Shape Tape for that. But yeah, this is it for me trying new affordable makeup from the drugstore. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you tried any of these products, especially the foundation. Let me know if you've tried it, how you like it, if it worked for your skin type. I'm really interested in knowing who it worked for and who it didn't work for. So anyway, thanks again for being here. Take care, and we will see you guys on the next video. Bye.